So I'm speaking this afternoon to Ken Carter. Hello, Ken. How are you today?
Good afternoon. Yes, I'm well, thank you.
Good, good. Now, I understand, Ken, that you've had a significant birthday recently.
You're right, you're right. I turned 80 the week before last.
That's 80.
80,
Well,
yes. 80.
you don't look like an 80-year-old man, I have to say.
People say that, and I have to say I don't feel like an 80-year-old man, but then what do 80-year-old men feel like? But yeah, I feel as if I'm maybe in my mid-60s or 70, but maybe maybe I'm in a kind of timeless zone. Who knows?
Yes. Now, I know you, Ken, as a very active man.
Yeah.
You like to get out walking and
Yes.
traveling
Yes.
and playing tennis every week.
That's right. That's right. In fact, one of the great problems now that I'm in lockdown is I can't get out to play tennis, and that was a major bit of my exercise that I think contributed to my well-being in later years. So it's been quite a thought not to be able to do that.
How does that feel?
Well, what do you mean, being prevented from playing tennis?
Just generally being out and about as you normally would, being confined.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've been retired for 25 years, and part of the way in which that has worked for me is that I've had a kind of structure to my week, and the two elements of structure were on a Tuesday we would go through to Edinburgh and visit our grandsons. We have 3 grandsons and their mother there. So that was a Tuesday. And a Wednesday, we would go down to the Gorbal Sports Centre. And there's a very active tennis group. And would you believe it, even at 80, I'm not the oldest member.
That's great, though, that you're able to do that.
Well, that's right, and it's good, good exercise. Yeah,
absolutely. So that maybe contributes to your youthfulness, and that's why I've started playing tennis too, Ken. I want to be like you when I grow up.
Good. And we have the same coach. He's a nice guy.
Yes, absolutely. So looking back over your life, Ken, is there anything you can think of that compares to what we're going through at the moment?
Well, I think the thing that comes to mind was the time that I was isolated as a young boy because I contracted scarlet fever. You don't hear much about scarlet fever nowadays, but it's a very infectious disease and with possible fatal consequences. So I remember as a young boy, maybe in our 7 or 8, this is 1947, a long time ago, being ushered into my bedroom and my mother saying, "Now, Kenneth, you can't go out from there. You're going to be stuck there for the next 3 or 4 weeks." And I guess that was the most difficult time of my childhood, because I remember my best pal chapping at the window of my where my bedroom was, and feeling that way, detached from him, and not only detached from him, but what he represented. But of course, the difference between that situation and today was that we knew that it had a finite life, and when the red spots on my chest started to fade, then we were getting better, and that was fine. Whereas today, the virus is just so invisible, and there's a kind of greater sense of unreality about it.
Yes. So from someone who's lived a long life.
Yeah.
And going through your childhood experience and other experiences and now this, what kind of wisdom do you think we can take from this experience? I mean, how has this impacted you? We've talked a little bit about physically, not being able to get out and do the things you like to do.
Yes.
What about mentally and even spiritually?
The current situation.
The current situation, yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think whenever you're forced to be in on yourself, to confront the real me and what that means, because the distractions of normal living can just allow you to go along. It actually forces you to think, what about life? What is there about life? What is the particular issue? A Christian, what is God saying to me? And I guess at this stage, as you say, I've passed my 70. I've had a good life, and there's a kind of sense of preparedness that, right, I'm in the vulnerable group, and that in some ways prepares me for the fact that life, how many days, how many years have I got? Not an awful lot. And come to terms with the end of life. It's peculiar that if life did not have an ending, it wouldn't have the same value. It's almost a kind of paradox. And when you're getting near the end of lifetime, you start to think about what could have been. Be thankful for the good things that have happened. Some regrets, but you have to let go. And the exciting future, because as a Christian, I believe there's life after death. And what does that look like? Goodness, that's quite, it's frightening, but exciting.
Okay, yeah, there's a lot to think about there, isn't there? In that, for us to reflect on during this time.
Yeah.
But as you and Roz are confined in your flat, what kinds of things do you do to stay mentally fresh and healthy?
Well, I decided there were 3 things I needed to do. And in fact, I've started one of them. And in fact, just can I move a minute and I'll show you what I'm doing here.
Okay, this should be interesting, Ken. What have you got for us?
As a wee boy, I was a model maker.
I see.
Right. And can you see this this model?
Yeah, lift it up a bit. Okay, yes.
Can you see? It's actually HMS Victory.
Ah, right. Okay.
Nelson's. This has been on the stocks for about 3 or 4 years.
I see.
It's needing to put the masts. There's no mast on it.
Right. Right.
So I've started working on that, and I'm going to complete that hopefully.
Good.
That's the number 1 thing. Number 2 is that when I was a wee boy, we used to use the expression "you're sent to music." What that meant was that as part of your education, your mother in this case said, you need to learn to play the piano. And so for about 6 or 7 years as a wee boy, I was what I call sent to music. I didn't really have too much musical ability, but there we go. I had to sit exams as well to kind of almost prove that I was progressing, right? I'm sure my parents spent a lot of money on me in that. So I had one or two favourite tunes like Fu Releasing. Have you heard of that by Beethoven?
Mm-hmm.
Brahms Waltz in A flat and F minor. And I thought, hey, we've got an electric piano, which Roz, it's hers really. And I'm going to learn, I'm going to relearn, I'm going to practice a bit of the music. So that I've actually started. I did a wee bit of. Don't ask me to play though. I'm not at concert pitch yet. And the final thing, and this is the trickiest bit, Alan, because I don't know about you. Oh, you're a competent guy. I'm not a cook. And the only thing that I am allowed to do in the kitchen is make coffee, and I do, and have an espresso machine, and I'm a bit of a barista, if the truth be told. Right? Make coffee morning and afternoon when we're in. Now that's the only thing. And I thought, hey, I need to show a bit of cooking prowess. So I've started looking through we get the Sunday Times on a Sunday, and in the supplement they have these lovely pictures of cooked meals, and tells you how to make them. So I'm about to, well, I'm probably going to try and do that, make a meal for four. And I have to be very careful because I know I'm treading on Roz's hallowed ground. So that's what I've got so far, and do a bit of reading. Get the Times every day, and we go out once a day around our estate, but that only takes maybe 20 minutes. But it's important we find to get out, do a bit of exercising, and just get out of the confines of our flat. We have a very comfortable flat, but it can become quite stifling if you don't get out. So we try and do that too.
Okay, well, it sounds like you're busy, and that's probably a good way to be at this point in this crisis situation that we all find ourselves in. And Ken, I just want to thank you for taking some time to share with us a little bit of your wisdom for this point in time, and to wish you a belated happy birthday and many, many, many more years to come.
Ah, well, thank you very much. I don't know how many more I can cope with, but there we go. Thank you, Alan. It's been good talking to you.
Thanks, Ken. Hope to see you soon on the outside.
Good. Yeah, that's good.